6 feet from the edge.
La verga.
I guess that's enough. I don't want to make it too short. That's what she said. Wait.
What?
I don't know.
Are you okay, bro?
I just have a lot of feelings.
¿Sientes mucho?
Un chingo, güey.
¿Sientes esta?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
I'm sorry.
Why you gotta say it like that?
What's up, everybody?
How are you guys doing?
Welcome back to CharroBeans Podcast, a Mariachi podcast.
Established 2020.
Yes.
Now it's 2025.
This is a long time. This is
We
half
had
a
our
decade.
anniversary last summer. So we're officially 5 years.
Yeah, it's been 5 years. So, nomás quedan like another 12. And then I think
Como unos 40
I think we'll
años.
be done by then, for sure. By then, yeah, estoy todo. I'm going to be tall, you know, because I'm going to grow up. And that'll be cool. It's something I'm looking forward to every day. You think I'll hit my growth spurt? It's coming, right? Damn. When did you get tall? Like, when did it happen? Did it happen gradually?
It was really quick.
Or was it like kind of like an overnight thing?
I think it was like an overnight thing.
Huh. What grade?
It was in high school.
High school?
Yeah, that's when I really noticed. You noticed like the comments like, damn, you guys are tall.
Yeah. Because
Um,
as a teacher, I see it all the time. Like, first of all, sixth graders come in and most of them are already like taller than me or just like bigger than me in general. I'm like, fuck, because they're all walking in and shit. I'm just like, how you doing, sir? Like, it's crazy too because you'll see like the difference between like a 12-year-old or like an 11-year-old, 10-year-old, and a 10-year-old who's like already gone through a little bit of puberty. So like one is literally like 4 foot, like flat, and the other one's like 5'10", you know,
Yeah.
which is like the tallest kid in the world compared to that kid, you know. So like looking at both of them right next to each other, and I'm supposed to treat them both as like the same grade level, same age level.
yeah.
It's wild, dude. And most of them too, like when they walk in too, and I'm looking at them and I'm like, bro, you should not be in mariachi. You should be in football. Like that's your career path. I'm letting you know right now. Like that's where you're going.
You're gonna be D1.
You are going to be NFL. Like you do not need this guitar. You need a football.
You need a
or
coach.
some pads or something.
You need a trainer, bro.
No, for real.
Here's my card.
Because they're just gifted genetically. Like me, like I have no fallback. Like I have to be on mariachi. Yeah, penas, güey. So like, so like the fact that I play music, I get to get around my height, I guess, in a lot of ways. Like, because like my height wouldn't work like in sports. It wouldn't work in. Well, I guess that's it. What else would my height
maybe you
hinder
did.
me?
Electrician.
Basketball. I don't know. I'm just saying my mind goes like sports automatically. Like I'm saying I get a pass as a musician. Like
Well, you could be like a power lifter.
nah.
They're not that very tall.
No, I meant like my strong levels. Like I couldn't get that. Yeah. But I mean the good thing is that
We have your health. We're alive. We have
maybe.
a roof on our head.
I don't know. Have you gotten a checkup lately? I'm scared of those.
Bro, I haven't gotten a checkup. I've never gotten a checkup.
Yeah. Well, you had to get a physical when you were in soccer, no?
Yeah, but it's not like super thorough. It's just like cough.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's kind of a little weird, right?
Yeah.
When I was a kid, no, that was a little weird
Well,
because nobody warned me.
mine was a little weird because like, all right, it's time. I was like,
She told you that, or was it
he? Sí, güey.
he?
And I was like,
Mister,
sí, güey.
Mr. Doctor,
It's like,
sir?
what? He's like, I gotta see your privates. I just gotta make sure.
What the fuck? He
It's
said
like,
that
yeah.
shit?
He's like, you gotta make sure you're okay. Okay for what? Like,
Like I'm letting you know I'm okay, bro. Like trust me, trust.
yeah, and then
Nah,
like,
man.
they're like, look to the side, cuff, and whatever.
Dang,
That's like, I think that's like the main focus for some reason.
I don't.
Because
So the rest of it is just filler.
the
for
rest
like
of it is
the
just
ball check.
the rest of it, yeah, right.
All of it, the rest of it is unnecessary because I guess like
There's
as soon
just
as you
like
get
the
there,
money shots.
yeah. No, más bien is because they don't want to just walk in. All right, take your pants off. Let's go. Let's see. I feel like that's what a prostate is. It's just
Yeah.
like, all right, you know what you're here for. You know why I'm here. I was like,
Ya me lo llegas,
Spread
like,
you know,
yeah, because it's just like they take your height. I'm like, I could tell you that, and they take your weight.
yeah.
They're,
I was like, you don't need to tell me that, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
They're like, does
I
anything
know.
hurt? It's like,
Hi.
no. All right, drop them. It's like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember one physical like that too because I think I got it for like school. It had to be for school for something, and nobody warned me that there was a ball check, if I would have known. I don't know. I would have prepared.
I would have shaved.
Yeah, I guess so. You know,
Doctor was like,
yeah, me iba a bañar, you know, or something. Yeah,
damn, después tu face was like, oh, la man.
Yeah. No, but I remember. I think the first one was like an old lady.
Oh,
It was like an old lady. Yeah, and like she didn't even say anything, and she was just like, I don't even think she introduced it. She was just like, okay, and then she just looked in there. She's like, okay.
Oh,
Like,
bro.
This is it. Like she didn't even touch him. Like, not that I wanted to touch. I'm saying, like,
You sounded a little upset, bro. You're
yeah.
like,
At the end, I was like,
Yeah.
all this for nothing.
ni un besito.
My insurance is gonna be pissed. Nah. Anyway, but yeah, physicals. Yeah, I haven't gonna check them a long time.
I want to do like a blood panel. Pero, o sea, the blood panel is $200. La consulta is like, what, like 100 something?
No, any like hospital thing is like made up. It's crazy how all those numbers are just like made up. They're just like breath, $400.
Yeah.
Money, please. You know, like it's the United States is crazy. Like you can't even break like a leg, any like sort of condition that you just kind of develop. Like you got like medical debt, like crazy.
It's a broken system, man.
It really is. I don't know how we got in here, but yeah, I guess I guess go check yourself. I guess I'll go check myself too.
¿Con qué dinero?
We'll review.
How?
Tú nomás diles que vienes de México y que sabes de muchas cosas. Maybe you can barter.
Come from Mexico? Let me make a call.
Yeah. No,
No,
you
what
can
do I do?
barter. You can like, you know what bartering is?
No.
Bartering is like you trade services. So like,
Hey.
you get to the doctor, you're like, no, I can't pay money, but like I can, I don't know, mow your lawn. You're Mexican, bro. I know you're not.
I can play studios, bro.
On guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that would happen. Either way, we're gonna get checked. We'll do a review. Anyway, this is episode 158, I believe. I was supposed to check. I forgot. But this is 158 of CharroBeans podcast. So if you are back, appreciate you coming back to the podcast where we talk about mariachi and mariachi related stuff. If again you have somebody that you would like to share this podcast with, that's how we get a little bit bigger and just keep these little mariachi stories going. So if you would like to shoot us a follow or a like or subscribe or whatever,
Si quieren.
we would appreciate it. So this episode is sponsored by ourselves. But as we get into today's episode, we had a pretty good weekend. As you know, we're mariachis and stuff like that. We're in August, so we have to document that because someone could just be clicking on a random episode and they don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's August 18th.
Yeah, we're supposed to get a cold front. Did you see that? But the cold front it's just gonna go from like high 90s to like low 90s.
I'm more worried about the hurricane that keeps going.
Oh yeah.
He started Cat 5, right? And then it went Cat 4, and then went Cat 3, and now it's Cat 4.
It's crazy because I don't see a lot of news because everybody just shares memes. So like, I found out about the hurricane through TikTok.
Oh yeah.
And the TikTok was, bro, goodbye Dallas, and it was like a little emoji going like, and they showed like the path of the hurricane, and I was like, motherfucker, I live there. Like, what the I was like, this is serious, you know. But yeah, I wonder if is that what it's for? The cold front? Oh, okay.
No, I don't know.
I don't know.
I thought cold fronts came from
The cold.
the north.
From the front. I don't know. No. I did see something about that. So it's crazy though, like how you could just like nowadays I find all my information from TikTok. Like that's what's coming up. That's what's in the news. Nobody reads the newspaper anymore.
True.
As far as I know, just boomers. And then my neighborhood doesn't even have boomers anymore, so I don't even know like who goes out there for the paper. It's kind of a waste of paper now that I think about it.
Yeah. They're free too, like outside like grocery stores.
They're free?
When you're walking out, they're like, grab a paper, and you're like, nah.
Yeah, pa' qué?
Sí, papel todo amarillo.
That's crazy is a lot of people can't read. Like a lot of kids, they can't read.
Fuck, that's hard to believe, man.
Yeah, no, dude.
Or at least I recently heard like that thing in Lake Worth, and I was like,
I saw a kid.
Bro?
I saw a kid talking to their laptop.
oh, like, cause
What?
I have some problem with some charros.
What does that mean?
Espérate, güey,
Oh,
chinga
okay.
madre.
I'm just really excited.
I have some problem with some charros, bro, that their way of communication is purely via voice messages.
Oh yeah. Well, that's not even a chowder problem. That's like Mexicanos in general.
Oh, I don't know, but I've encountered a lot. Like when I talk to certain, like, yeah, and it just says like so and so, like voice message, minute and a half.
So you have well.
And the whole message is like, mira, ¿Qué te voy a decir? Es que mira, es que estoy aquí ocupado con quién sabe qué, pero te iba a comentar algo, sí, ahorita voy. Espérame. ¿Qué te voy a decir, mano? Qué chica tu madre. No, it's just like,
It's like you have to listen to the whole thing.
sí, yeah.
Well, that's why I appreciate that one of the things that iPhones have and stuff, they'll give you a
the
transcript.
transcription? Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes I'll just read the transcription.
Yeah,
I'm like, because
that's
of
all
that
I
same
do.
reason. Because just in general, people have like no shame. Like they're walking around like on speaker.
Yeah.
Like anytime I go to El Rancho, like people are just talking to their tia from Mexico.
Yeah.
You know, talking about like their day and shit. And I'm like, dude, I'm just here for milk. Like, and
Yeah.
then there's like a whole line of people just on the phone, like, no, sí, como te decía, and they just give like their whole like message or whatever. And you've told me about charros that just communicate solely through voice message.
Yeah, bro. They treat like walkie talkies. They're just like, no, see, like, you know,
over.
Yeah.
Or what would you say in Spanish? Like,
and cambio.
Cambio?
Yeah.
Cambio.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I'm convinced it's because of that. Like, I don't think this guy can
read or write.
Yeah. Which maybe he had some
literacy
hardships.
problems. Oh.
Yeah, something that led to like a literacy problem. But it's not my fault, bro. What you can do is iPhone or iPhone can do it where you can talk and it types it for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a little button.
Yeah, it's a
bottom
diction.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, do that, bro. Don't make me fucking listen to you and your day for like 2 minutes.
What's crazy is that because I brought this up because like kids have no like literacy, a lot of them.
Yeah.
Or like they just don't know grammar. I think it's because they find things hard to do, as simple as write a sentence.
Yeah.
Like me, early in the year, I always make them do an assignment where it's like, what do you want to learn this year? And it's because I told them it's like a review. You tell me like what you want to learn, that way I can make sure to cover that, you know, as this year goes by. And like I'm like, okay, 200 words, you know, like 200 words is not a lot, bro.
Yeah.
Like if you write like a couple of well-worded sentences, like you'll cover that.
Well, there was like I just turn all the acronyms into like their full things instead of saying like so at UNT and be like at the University of North Texas.
And you figured that out because like again, like you went through it. You're just like, yeah, like these were the original hacks, you know, like so hack, you know, to get your word count up. But like some of them would just be like, Mister, this is too hard. I'm like, it's too hard for you to tell me what you think. Like you don't have to look up information. I'm not telling you to look up a story or like a historical fact. It's just like it's literally coming from your brain, and like they'll just tell me like, no, I can't do this. And then like I said, like, they're Mister, how do you spell like this word, this and that? And I'm just like, I'll teach them or whatever, and then they'll look at me. They're like, I'm just gonna Google it, or they're like, I'm gonna just talk, and they're like, natural, like they can't spell that, you know, like so. No, I think there is a literacy problem in general. So like. It is a little scary because I'm supposed to teach music, and that's like a whole nother language, you know? And some of them can't even do like the language they communicate it with like every day. So that's why I'm kind of like, damn, rip,
Good
you know?
luck, bro.
Yeah, just salute. I'm just saying salute to your fellow music teachers and for the work that they do because, oh my God. And just a teacher in general. Anyway, going into this topic of the day, I think it's a good topic because this week, I guess my example would be like this week, for example, we had a couple of gigs. They were all weddings, right? No, sorry, that was last week. This wedding was the one we went to Bowie.
We never decided.
Yeah, we went to Bowie, Texas, and it was a wedding. And they had us like in this salon. It was like a warehouse.
No, it was like
warehouse. Yeah,
it was a gym, no, or something with like. Yeah, go ahead.
It just looked like a warehouse.
Yeah.
And the whole time, it was funny because we had just come back from eating.
Yeah.
If you remember, we went to go eat, like, comimos bien. Like, I got some fish tacos, which I thought were going to be fried, but they weren't. So I was a little disappointed. But one thing for sure that happened when we were out there was we ate. So when we went to this gig, as soon as we got there early. What the fuck is it with us getting there early all of a sudden? Like we've been doing our job lately.
I can't say it out loud, or I can't say it. Period.
You have literacy problems?
We'll get canceled.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
no, but we got there on time. Is what I'm saying. And the guy was like the main guy. He was like, no, pues que vayan a comer. ¿Cuántos son? ¿Quién sabe qué? Like he like straight up told us
that was Arturo's fault, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Because he was like, no quieren comer, like coman primero ahorita que está la comida like caliente, you know. Porque no está like he was saying something like people are not here yet, but the food's ready, so like you guys might as well eat. Y se esperen a que llegue la gente. You know?
Yeah. Since you guys are just gonna be standing there.
And we told them like, no, es que ya comimos, ya estamos llenos. We don't want to leave the plates like halfway, you know. Yeah. And it's like, ¿están seguros? O sea, ¿quién quiere comer? ¿Quién quiere comer? Like, ¿cuántos son?
He asked us like 5 times. Yeah, like he would not take no for an answer.
And Arturo's like, somos 7. And he's like, 7 coming up.
Yeah.
I was like, nah. And sure enough, he was so, I mean, it's very nice of him.
Very nice,
you know? Yeah. But like, yeah, we had eaten, we were full. We didn't stop at QT, and we got like a snack. Like
snacky snacks.
And he was so adamant. He was just like, hey, like, ahí están los platos, like, the plate's already, está caliente. And yeah, Arturo was like, bueno, ponemos el sonido, you know, like, let's put the sound system. And we'll go. He's like, es que se va a enfriar. O sea, ya ahorita que está caliente, cáguenle, you know?
Yeah, like, he just kept, I mean, he was being, like, friendly but pushy at the same time.
Yeah.
He wasn't threatening us, like, if y'all don't go, we're going to fuck you.
But he was waiting for us to walk with him to the table.
Right. Like, he wouldn't like, take no for an answer. Yeah. We're just, like, standing there, like, ¿qué ahorita chingado? Like,
yeah.
It was just like, vamos?
Yeah.
¿Qué comer?
Yeah.
Like, the fuck?
And I just threw him to, like, the other side of the group. I was like, que si quieren comer? You know? And he went to them and was like, come on, you want to come with me, you know?
No, like, I knew I wasn't going to eat because I told you, like, I got a dessert. Like, dessert's the last meal of the this is the last course of the meal. Like, you can't eat dessert and then eat more food. Like, that's like illegal, you know? Like, you can't do that shit. So because of that, I wasn't gonna eat. So we got there, and
did you?
No, I didn't. La desprecié. I felt bad because like, he was real nice, and it's funny because we talk about how like people don't offer food like at gigs. I'm like, jerk, but this guy was like really overly nice. Almost to the point where I was like, I need you to be abusive to us. I need you to tell us that.
Give me a reason not to go.
Yeah, like just be mean to me, you know? It was one of those relationships.
He was like, no, I love you guys. Like, God damn it, bro.
I was like, I never been treated like this. I don't know how to be loved. Es que soy un desmadre.
It did feel something like that. It's like, bro, like, you're too nice. Vas a llorar, güey.
It's like, I've never felt this coddled before. Like, I felt like he was going to, like, darme un besito aquí.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to be like, okay.
I'm like, Saturdays were usually neglected.
Exactly, yeah. So since he was being real nice, like, I felt bad. So then, anyway, some of the guys ate, and then we were waiting for the start of the actual gig. Once we started, did we ever find out where they're from? I don't remember.
No.
I thought they said, wasn't it San Luis? Because San Luis was like the first one that they asked for. We played at Cuhhlpa Potosina. So anyway, I think that's why I had the thought for the topic, because we were playing, and según de San Luis son, you know, I'm from San Luis, or like my parents are, so like, or my dad is, so like the whole time I'm thinking, okay, well they're gonna ask for like this rep or like this rep, and we did play like Potosina, yeah, but it was literally like one time after we played that one, like they started asking for like Camisa Guanajuato, Michoacán, started asking Sinaloense, like these are all like different parts of Mexico,
the whole country.
Yeah, so then like I was like, just I told you, like I'll just be in a train of thought, like where I'm playing. I'm just like, I'm literally playing, but I'm just thinking about all these things. So like while they're playing or asking for all these songs or whatever, I'm like processing. So I'm like thinking there, I'm like, wait a minute. If these mofos are from San Luis, why are they asking about this? And then that got me thinking about something else. I think I have something. I think I have like PTSD, like post-traumatic Down syndrome.
Nah, I'm tripping.
Nah, I'm tripping. No, but I have something, because like that's how my mind works. Like it thinks of one thing, which will connect to that thing, which will connect to that thing, and then it eventually becomes like the thing I think about. Like, so anyway, that took me to, I was like, why are we playing this? And then it took me back to my dad, because my dad is like from San Luis, but he also knows no rep. Like my family does not descend from charros, you know? So like the rep that they asked for would not be anything like this. So anytime we have played, you know how my parents have come to Seafood Shack?
Yeah.
When they go there, my dad asks for songs that like no tienen nada que ver, like de San Luis.
Yeah.
You ask, like the first song he always asks for is Caminos de Michoacán. And I'm like, Dad, we're not from Michigan. You know, like that's other people, you know. I was like,
ask me pedo. Like,
exactly.
I like it.
Yeah. And he'll just ask for songs that like have nothing to do with like I guess our region. Not that they need to be, but it's just like I know that he knows no rep. It's very like it's very noticeable. So then
your dad right now was like, "What the fuck did I do?"
what I do? Yeah, no, but then it got me thinking. I was like, but that's why también. Anytime that I've played for like my side of the family, like where they'll get me like at a they'll get our group for like a party or something like that. I'm like, dude, I don't want to do it, man, because like they don't know rep. You know, like nobody here knows rep. Like so, like the rep, since we're such a group that's like, hey, pues cuál quieren. Other groups would just be like, here's our set list, you know, play it. And then they're fine with that because they don't know any songs anyway. Todos lo que sabemos nosotros va a ser como corridos que también norteños have played. And that's it. And yeah, no one's going to ask for a son. No one's going to ask for a polka. No one's going to ask for...
It's very rare. There are some people that are here and there that are like, oh, it's a son. But it's very rare compared to like people that are like El Centenario. You're like, all right, you know?
Yeah, and that's... And you know, that's why I'm kind of good at some of that rep. Because like El Centenario, like Lamberto Quintero, all of those corridos I heard de Norteño primero. Because those were like songs that were like Norteño bands and grupos would play like at parties. So like growing up as a kid, like all of them like registered in here as those songs. Like Flor de Capomo, también era una canción que I had never heard de mariachi or anything. I heard it de así. So like the first time, I'm pretty sure the first time Arturo was like Flor de Capomo, and I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, you know? And then I just heard that dun 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 dun, and I was like, oh, I know this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've had that same feeling like all the time where I'm like, I have heard this before.
Yeah.
Where at? You know? And just recently, like we talked about how we, what was it, last week? We played that Bronco song.
Oh, que no quede huella?
Yeah. So like when Arturo asked for it, I was like,
yeah,
fuck is that?
I straight up was like, I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's why usually when we pull up our phones and we're all just kind of like looking for the song and we're like this, like with the fucking speaker all the way up, which I'm pretty sure is damaging our ears. But yeah, we're just here like listening, and then I'm like, dun 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 dun. I was like, yeah, because I'm pretty good at recognizing like melodies. So I was like, where have I heard that before? At a fucking party, bro. At some party, I heard it.
Or at a radio.
The radio.
No, that's that song where like
where
like your mom's like cleaning and she has that station on and it's like that song. It's super cumbias. He's like,
yeah. No, that's the whole reason I know anything Jenny Rivera. My mom was a huge Jenny Rivera fan. Like, and so like anytime she would put on like music like that, it was like geared towards her. So like any one of her songs, I'm like, I know this shit, bro. Because like my mom used to put this shit on all the time, you know? Like, hasta me sé el arreglo and all the chords and shit. I'm like,
me sé la letra, güey. Like,
sí, güey.
Here in the morning, she's like...
See, I know who produced that shit, bro. Like, I know the producer, el vato que la escribió, you know, like... There's just songs that, like, you pick up a lot of the times, like, without even realizing it.
Yeah.
And that's why people have asked us that. They're like, how do you start, like, learning rep? I'm like, well...
You already started. You don't even know.
Exactly. Like, if you're listening to Mexican music, like, 24/7... it doesn't have to be just mariachi. Like it literally comes from like anywhere. The thing I've told my students before too is like you've heard mariachi without even thinking about it. Like I was like, I know you guys go to El Rancho, which is a famous supermarket store here in Fort Worth, Dallas, DFW. Anytime you go to El Rancho, they're playing like mariachi or a Spanish artist.
Yeah.
So when you walk in there, you're already listening to mariachi. Or anytime, or if you go to the Mexican mall here, Gran Plaza, like they're gonna be playing something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So all of that rep becomes part of the rep that you know without even realizing it. So then, this is where I start like making the connections. Then I'm just standing there playing the song, and I'm thinking, I'm like, so then that begs the question, like, what would I even ask for, like, as a casual?
What would you ask for?
Well, it's like I told you, like, I'm such a like. Mariachi, where like first of all, if someone was doing talon, I would only ask for like one song, two songs at the most.
I forgot you.
We kind of had that conversation where I was like, I'm not gonna sit there and like have a mariachi like over and over again. I don't care how good they are. Like, I just for what? Like it makes it sound like I know everything, but that's not what it means. That means that like I've heard these songs before. Like I don't want to hear them and pay for them. Like I know how the sausage is made, you know? I just eat the sausage. Wait, pause. I just eat the sausage. I don't want to know how it's made, you know? So I just want to hear maybe someone else pay for it. Like if someone else had the talon going, échale, güey. And I'll just watch. I just want to watch. Like that. Como Professor X.
Yeah. Okay, so, well, what are your 2 songs that you would ask for?
I don't know. No, it depends because it depends on like the mood that you're going for, right? You got to describe the situation.
I would like because I'm imagining like a restaurant.
It has to be
you're talking about talon, right?
Most likely, yeah.
Like well, I'll give you my point of view first. I am a man of peace, you know.
Of peace?
Of pieces, not a piece. And like I would just feel very like especially if that group knew que yo soy charro, you know.
Okay.
I feel like you could never win because for you know like there's a thing in like the charro community where like we're a little toxic, you know.
A little? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I can imagine just be like if I ask a song that's commonly known, they're gonna be like, "Oh, you don't think we don't fucking know rap or what?" Yeah. You know. And then you ask for something that's like, you know, pues uno de charro, you know more than just casual songs, right? You know, like Las Escondidas, from that one album where like you just like stumble across.
Yeah, they're like the B-sides.
Yeah,
you know.
And so like if you ask for something like that, they're like, "Oh, you're trying to challenge us, bro? You're trying to like fucking." Well, you don't think I don't know it, but you know, like you know,
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, you know, like I feel like making like un ambiente así, it would just be like, it would turn into like a, you know, like and it's like that's what people start being fake, like, hey, bro, like you know good shit, bro. And I'm like, I wouldn't want to go through that.
Yeah, because it's funny because you say that because that's what people do, like. I posted a meme about that, but it's just like where people stand there like to see you fuck up. You know? Like a ver si saben esta way.
Yeah.
And then la piden, you know? Especially like if it's like at a planta, because at a planta you could just ask for songs before, you know, talon, hacen talon or whatever. But I don't think my first instinct would be like, oh yeah, vamos a ponerlos nerviosos, you know? We're gonna ask them for a song that I know they can't do. Or like las bodas. Like people do that like to check you, bro. They'll just be like, ¿te sabes las bodas, güey? Yeah. ¿Sale las bodas? I'm like, yeah, pero de Luis Lacoche. Right. Yeah, I was like, eso sí sale. No, but it's just, it's almost like a challenge for them. Like, what can we ask, like, to trip them up, you know? So if it was like a mariachi for me, like, I probably wouldn't do something like that. Because, again, like, I'm just trying to vibe, you know? Like, I think mariachis work best when you're having a good time.
Yeah, for sure.
Like a mariachi is always like, pues es ambiente, you know? Like, si es una fiesta, like, hasta alegra when you're like, well, maybe it's because I'm a musician, right? But like when real music starts coming out of real instruments and like that adds to all that. And if I'm like feeling a little good because I just had a paloma or two, I'm like, everything just clicks, you know?
Yeah. Like, da un beso, puto. Like, todo, like.
Al guitarronero. Like,
yeah.
Kiwi. Quiero un chingo,
Kiss me, bro. Like, yeah,
like un besito.
But last night.
What the fuck?
What? You
had a whole life with this guy already? Huh?
What'd you say?
I was like, you have a whole life with this guy already planned out or some shit? What the fuck? No, it's just that's how I look at it. Like I would want to watch something to prender el ambiente, but at the same time, like to make me feel like nice.
Yeah,
like I feel like that's where it fits the best.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. Like, you can add something like maybe it's a bolero that you like, but you can feel just el ambiente like drop if you ask for más calmadito. You know?
It's like if you're in a situation where like everybody's happy and you ask for something sad, and then someone else who was feeling happy. Because here's the thing, kids don't drink, pero you start to see like different people's emotions like when they do drink or they're under some influences, you know. They're happy juices, you know. But like you start to see if they get like this type of drunk or this type of drunk, which is like the happy drunk,
Yeah.
or like the sad drunk, or like the Hulk drunk, you know. So like each one of these are a different vibe, you know. So just say you bring something down, this person's having a great time, and all of a sudden like it starts crying.
Yeah.
I've seen men like bawling, and I'm just like, it's okay, bro. It's okay. No pasa nada. Ahorita tocamos el mariachi loco, no hay pedo.
El machi loco.
Sí,
¿Qué es el
right?
machi loco? ¿Quieres?
Yeah. And it's funny too because it's like, whoa, whoa, like super sad. Hey, hey, hey. So like someone has to go from like,
Yeah.
like you just have to switch up like this. But yeah, I guess because there's just a lot of like different situations you can bring a mariachi, what kind of rep you can introduce to what kind of party. It's funny too because like, you know, I don't know if do you have like your earliest memory of like you asking a mariachi for something? Because I do.
Me asking a mariachi?
Yeah.
Something? What do you mean?
Like for like asking for a song or anything like that.
I don't think I've ever done that.
No? It's funny because you remember back in the day, the UNT mariachi camp?
Yeah.
Like, sorry, the University of North Texas. We're trying to get our word count up. The University of North Texas used to have a mariachi camp back in the day. It was just like super fun when I think about it. Like,
yeah.
we were just staying in the dorms.
Yeah.
That
It was a little
was that
dangerous.
legal? Yeah.
But
Just leave a bunch of
fun.
kids
Yeah.
in college dorms, no supervision. We can bring that back.
in
No.
the middle of first summer semester, bro. Like,
Yeah, good times. No, very good times. Anyway, when we were there, I just remember that like it was like my first year like learning mariachi music that wasn't at school, you know. So like I didn't know rep for shit, you know. And so my first time like learning all these songs and everything like that, I remember that was my introduction to La Bikina. Like
the Vargas one,
yeah,
or
the instrumental.
Okay.
Yeah, like that was my introduction to that song. I never heard it before. I never played it before. I didn't even know how to play upstops.
Okay.
Like Apagones de Arriba.
Yeah.
I remember Jason and Alexia, like shout out to them if they're listening for some reason. They were the teachers like for that camp.
Yeah, I remember.
And I remember they gave us the music, and like I saw the stop, and I was like, oh, Apagon, and then like the thing was up, and I was like, wait, that's not possible. You know, so then, they were trying to that summer they taught, or like that week, like they're like I don't remember if it was Alexia or if it was just Jason, but he was like, if I do anything in this campus, I'm gonna show you how to play an upstop.
Oh, okay.
I remember he told me that.
Yeah.
I was like, well, guess what, brother? I'm not gonna learn.
My fingers hurt.
Yeah, that shit does hurt. Even now, wait, don't make you. But point is, that was my first introduction to La Bikina, right? So it's funny because like right after that camp, I have this memory. I went to my tio's house for, I don't know what it was. It must have been a birthday or something. Point is, they hired a mariachi, right? Y yo de mamón, I thought I had just gone through a spiritual musical awakening during UNT. So like all the songs we were learning, which was like, I think we learned like La Bikina. There was like El Son de los Aguacates, Que Te Vaya Bonito. There was a bunch of like rap songs that they showed or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I had all those like fresh in my mind. Like so they had a mariachi there at my tíos. Y yo de mamón, I was like, La Bikina, La Bikina, La Bikina. Like the whole time I just kept asking that shit. Bro, I didn't know more than 3 songs. I don't know what the fuck I thought. I guess I thought I was cool because I knew that song. And that was my first experience. I was like, oh, I was the mamón. That was like, a ver si se la saben. Like, no se la saben, ¿verdad? No se la saben, ¿verdad? And like the mariachi, I think, just got so tired of me hearing it or like saying it that they played it. And then it's funny because I didn't even know there was a Luis Me version. Like, with
what
words.
the fuck is this shit?
Yeah. Because they played it and I was like, this doesn't sound like the one we did at camp. Estos güeyes lo están inventando. So like, I just always had that memory because I was like, what the fuck? There are words to this shit. So the whole time I'm just like watching them like, meh.
You're like, nah, si no se la saben, ¿para qué la tocan? You
See,
know?
like, I was like, damn, I was really like, I guess in my head, like I was like an expert because I went through 3 days of this mariachi camp.
Was it 3 days? I thought it was like a week.
like,
No?
well, it was like from like Wednesday, no, or like Tuesday or something like that.
Okay, I remember being like,
No me acuerdo.
it was a whole week, bro.
It was fun. I really enjoyed that.
I didn't learn shit. It was
Yeah.
just, no, I didn't.
But yeah, that was like my first. Again, that was me not knowing about rep, not knowing what to ask in a situation like that. So even then, now, like if a mariachi comes up or anything like that, like what would I ask for? Like what kind of music would I ask for? And then the only time I've ever hired a mariachi, like me personally, was my wedding. 2 years. Well,
Yeah.
we're coming up on 2 years since then, and that was the first time where I was like, okay, well, I know my family doesn't ask for rep. I know nobody knows rep like to ask for at this party. So I was like, I don't want to stress anybody out. So I'm just gonna hire a mariachi that is just gonna put on a good show. Because honestly, you could be the best mariachi in the world, and a lot of my family won't clap, but not because they're assholes, but just because they don't know what to do. Like they're just like, "Ah, mamma mia," you know, when like the song ends, they're just standing there like, "Oh," you know. It's just maybe it's because they don't know the etiquette, or I don't know what it is, but they just don't. They don't have the manners to be like, "Oh, you're supposed to clap after when people," because we have that all the time where like we go to a gig and people don't clap and we're just like, "Damn, do we suck or something?" Like
Yeah.
I'm giving it my bestest, you know.
Pero
Like,
acabamos and like, acabaron. Like,
sí, güey.
where are you guys going?
Yeah,
Come
and then
back.
that's when they start asking for songs, you know. So I mean, I don't know about you. I don't know if you remember. I don't know how do I put this? Inebriated you were during my wedding, but do you remember?
during the mariachi?
Yeah, like
Oh, yeah, I remember
you were
that.
conscious still. Okay, cool. Like, did you enjoy? You
Yeah.
you were
Of
invitado.
course, yeah. It was they're a good group.
Yeah,
like
like,
Arraigo,
Arraigo was a good group, and you know there was like during the comida, and so like that's what I'm asking you because you were a guest, so like you were there to like experience the wedding. You know, like I was getting married, but y'all were there to experience the wedding. So that's what I wanted for like the people that came to my wedding. Like I wanted them to have a good time, not have to like stress about anything. They just sit down, eat, and just watch the mariachi. Like if y'all, and then everybody ended up like singing or something like that.
Yeah.
But you guys got to experience like the guest side of it and just
Yeah.
like to enjoy the ambiance. So what, like, did you have a good time?
Yeah, no acuerdo. That's how good it was, bro.
Yeah.
No, but I remember the mariachi part.
Yeah.
I remember, they were playing like all these fancy songs. I think they played like México Lindo Jarocho, right?
Yeah, like they were
And I
just
was
playing
like,
like
"A
their
la
whole show.
verga."
Yeah. You're like, estos güeyes se
Sí,
platican.
güey, like, no
Yeah.
se saben, no sé, Flor de Capomo, like.
Yeah, like una pa bailar,
Sí,
like,
güey.
mariachi loco, you know, la yaquecita, no saben esa, because like that's like rep that would
Mono
come
del
out.
hambre.
Yeah, toma mon.
Siempre cagarle.
Sí, güey. And so like whenever I was watching them, I was just like, okay, well, like this is exactly what I wanted. I wanted a group just to play, have their playlist, and it's funny because like the people that I invited that aren't mariachi, like ustedes ya son todos charros, like todos de la Allende, and people that I've met throughout the years that came also, but like everybody who was like my immediate family, my wife's immediate family, and then like I invited like even like the orchestra teacher. Shout out to him, to bro.
I didn't meet him there.
Yeah, you met well.
Well, I met him at
the party
we
here
had.
too.
Yeah.
Pero el punto es de que like he's an orchestra teacher. I was like, hey, you should be able to enjoy the mariachi. Like you could watch the violins and do that stuff. He's like, yeah. So he enjoyed it also. So it was cool because like everybody else told me the same thing. Like, dude, that mariachi group was really good. I was like, thank you. Like that's what I intended for you to think. You know,
Yeah.
like that it was fun for you guys. Yeah. And even then, getting back to the topic, is like I didn't ask for anything. I didn't have to ask for anything. That's what I kind of liked. Like they would ask me cuál quieren, and I'm just like, no, but look, honestly, lo que ustedes quieran. Like, and that's why they were like, estaban echando solos, like cascabel, and cada quien con su solo and shit. Like so, like I like that because again, like that just shows that mariachi doesn't necessarily need to have like an actual playlist. Like you just play whatever and still have a good time.
Yeah.
Especially me as a charro, like, como like I said, I already saw the sausage be made. Like I don't need to like ask for a song. Like just give it to me. Just show it. Just play what you want to play and
Put it in.
yeah. I don't know how you got there, but I just want to see it.
We didn't want to talk about sausage, bro.
I just want to
Like,
watch. You like
Yeah.
sausage? Yeah. You know what I mean? You know what goes into a hot dog?
everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's pretty good. I don't know about you. But I like hot dogs. Fuck man, I clipear.
Sí, güey.
Yeah, but anyway.
Yo te voy a clipear. Like,
So the topic. Let me see if I can pull it up. Or do you have it up?
Yeah.
What does it say?
the first one. Oh wait, what it says?
Yeah, the first one. The
The-
Charro topic.
The Charro topic
Of the day.
is Mariachi rep. If you were a client, what kind of music would you ask for? And then the first guy said, "Que chinga tu madre." He said, "Probably something flashy." That's something I would not ask. I wouldn't ask for anything. I already said that, but specifically something like that.
Like something flashy?
Yeah.
Lo que dijo? Oh, probably something flashy. Oh, okay. Like what does flashy mean to you though? Like
something that like Vargas would play, like on their stage. So like we're talking about Veracruz 1 through 3, right?
wow.
Like whatever note Tecatlan has out right now. The only thing that comes to mind is like El Nuevo Pango.
But you know what's funny? Like I don't know how many groups. I know they exist, right? But I just don't know how many groups honestly rehearse to that level anymore. And this might be coming from me here in DFW. Like the reason I had Gana Raigo is because they post their picture, they used to post like their rehearsals online. So I'd be like, oh, like these guys practice.
Yeah, it's like a Wednesday night.
I'm like, don't. Oh yeah, I'm like, bro, go home. Like, but then like us, we don't practice. We just do it. You know. Shout out. You got served. So like, since we just do it, like we don't really have rehearsals like that. We don't have any prepared songs. Like I think someone recently just told me that. Someone like recently told me that like you guys don't rehearse. I'm like,
what you can tell? Right?
Who told you? What you mean? It's just and the way I explained it was like, well, all of us kind of like pull our weight, you know, so we all essentially can show up and do it. Like, is it as polished as like maybe a rehearsed group? Like, not necessarily, you know. And that's why I've said before, like, if you were to record us and then like nitpick everything, like you could do that, you know. But we also don't rehearse, you know. I think that's the difference too. Like a lot of us, well, all of us have jobs outside of playing mariachi. So a lot of, not saying these other groups don't have jobs, but it's like, I guess this is what works with our schedule, and this is what works out. Like you're a student, I'm a teacher, so and so is also a teacher, and etc. Like we all have something to do. But then how many groups can you actually ask to do something flashy in the DFW? That was my question. You know, like when I was looking for a group for my wedding, because I was also like, Arturo's like, hey, wait, okay, we're gonna play for your wedding. I was like, nah, wait, porque ustedes, you know, so you guys can relax, you know, so you guys can. No, like yeah, I was just saying like so that you guys can relax. I don't have to come in traje and this and that. That's why I let y'all play the misa. Arturo was even like, yeah, dude, we got it. We're gonna come dressed with the right traje and the right moño. I was like, así? He's like, así? I'm like,
only 3 of us showed up.
Yeah. So I'm over here thinking, okay, well, like I'll get a group so that way everybody can just enjoy themselves and they don't have to essentially work, you know. So that's why I did it like that. And then the other question was like, well, how many of these groups would actually not do a good job? I meant like, how many of them would actually put on a show, you know, like where I enjoy it too, you know. So Raigo just kind of filled those boxes at the time. I was like, you know what? I know they're gonna do a good job. They're gonna play good, and I know that they'll play anything that anybody asks for, if for some reason somebody does. But they were allowed to do everything flashy that they wanted. Like nobody was gonna be like,
yeah,
fuck. Pues ahí era puro charro, güey. Pues o sea, if anything, they were nervous. Nah, just kidding. They weren't nervous. They didn't give a fuck. But they were all, they see all the el Sammy, el Victor. They're just like, yeah, but no, like if anything, like they put on that show because that's what they do at every gig. So I was like, okay, well, just do what you do at all the other gigs, and do it here, you know. No, but yeah, like I don't know if what's something flashy I would even ask for. Like I don't know what I would ask for.
Mañanera.
I would just ask for something that like como que tiene arpa. Honestly, I'd just be like,
no arpa. It's like chinga. Like,
what I hire you for it? Nah, but yeah, I would just like something instrumental. Something just I'm like, that's cool.
You're like la gruta, like, tu puta madre. Because that's the thing too. Like, well, like I think we're not used to like charros being the clients.
Yeah, we haven't had that in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like I said, like, pues los charros, they know, like you said, like the B-side of an album or like an album that didn't hit for some reason, but it has like good content. So like when you start asking for those stuff, I start like sweating because I'm like, I've heard that. I always skip that one actually. I always say that like I'm always like I heard the beginning. I always skip it.
You're like I had too many notes. I was like, what the fuck? Try less, bro.
So it's like I do think like that Charro rap is very different.
Oh yeah. This person says, we would ask for rancheras and sones.
What do you think?
I think we just talked about this too. Like, not a lot of people ask for sones, and I think I just had this conversation with forgot who, but like, it was with Arturo. It was at the gig actually, because you know how they had a DJ at the first gig at the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
They had a DJ and they were playing music, and one of the ones that popped up was La Madrugada, and. So I got to thinking, but La Madrugada, but it was being played by like a banda, like Tamborazo.
Was it Rico?
I don't know.
No.
But, actually, it did have vocals. So it wasn't a Tamborazo. So I guess it was banda.
Yeah.
A banda was playing it con los versos y todo. So again, I opened up one of my tabs in my mind and I was like, La Madrugada es una canción mexicana, pero es de mariachi. Right?
Dr. G would be like, how do you know?
no.
How do you know, bro? Pull up the
pull up the album.
He always does that, bro. Like,
Yeah.
You don't digo nada. I'm just like saying.
Yeah. It's because that's what I was thinking. I was like, it's one of those like original sones, if I'm not mistaken. And if it is, then I was like, then that means that mariachi created this, or not created, but like, you know, they went to a town and they were like, that's a good song, yoink, you know. But I meant like salió de mariachi, a banda adapted it. And that's why, like, that's why I'm listening to this right now.
Yeah.
So then I got to thinking, I was like, I wonder how many of those, like, zapateados, now people call those, like, zapateados. They're like, zapateado. You could play Madrugada like a zapateado, así, like, tipo, así como banda. But then I got me thinking, I was like, but ese salió de mariachi. And then I told Arturo, I was like, is there any songs? Because I've heard, like, El Toro Viejo. I've heard Sinaloense. I've heard all these other songs that are like we play as sones alicientes, but at least in that style, that strumming pattern, and a bandas play them. So then people will be like, "Se saben el carretero," and like we'll play it, but they heard it as a banda song, not as a mariachi song.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like that's what I mean by like sones. People won't ask for sones unless I think if they've heard it like in a banda sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like I don't know how many people that asked for these sones actually heard it by a mariachi first, is what I'm saying. Because then I asked Arturo, I was like, so what song did banda give us? And he said El Son de los Aguacates.
Oh yeah?
He said que era bandera la canción, and then mariachis were like
transitioned? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Every time I hear stuff like that, I just hear Dr. G like, how you know?
And I'm like, I don't know. You're the expert. You're
where's
the
the
PhD.
record? It's like, I'm telling you, nobody knows. Like, that's always his end point. Like, nobody fucking knows. Don't be saying shit. I was like, okay. Goddamn.
I'm just saying I was right.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Yeah. But yeah, like, as far as sones go, like, I just don't know how many people are pulling up to a gig and a casual being like, ¿Se saben la de Becerro? ¿Se saben la de las olas?
It is very rare. I think the last thing I remember, sí hubo un señor that one time asked for like Camino Real de Colima.
Yeah, and yeah, because again, they could probably be like from over there. So that's why they're asking for that.
Yeah.
But did they hear it as a mariachi track? Honestly, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Like El Cihualteco is one of the original sones. I was at the Pepe Aguilar concert. He said that según he made an album de charrería, no sé qué chingados.
Yeah.
But like that's why he sings Cihualteco. But like if you look it up, Cihualteco is one of those original sones. So that's what I'm saying. Like now is someone coming up to like a casual. I'm talking like the casual Mexican that's, you know, drinking their Modelo at a party. Se saben la de Cihualteco. Where do you hear that?
Maybe you can ask him next time. You're like, hey, sir, sir, real quick.
It's just it begs the question, like, where are they getting their reference? You know, because I just don't. Because then I'm telling you, I have another one open right now. Someone was asking me that too. They were all like, it's crazy how like so many people don't know rep, and I'm like, yeah, bro. Because to be honest, the average Mexican doesn't know rep. If you ask my mom right now, el son del cuatro, no se la sabe. Es que
She's like, bitch.
it's because no, it's charra. You know, she doesn't play. So the only people that would ever ask for that would be un mariachi, or someone that studies mariachi. So then it begs the question: who's listening to mariachi? Who's keeping it going? Just us.
Well, it's because it's like the old mariachi, bro. Well,
Yes.
ya ni lo nuevo se escucha, ¿verdad?
Like, then it got me another tab. Then it got me thinking. You know how like Camperos and like Nuevo Tecalitlán salieron con un álbum de puros sones.
Yeah.
They're all those original sones, but they're just new recordings of them. So then it begs the question: if a kid learning mariachi tomorrow or today or in the next couple of years, their reference recording will be Los Camperos' version or Nuevo Tecalitlán's version. And I'm like, damn. So they might not even know that it goes back like 100 years.
Well, I think that's different with how accessible it is now, you know?
Yes.
Because, and how, what's the word? Agradable? You know, how much your ear likes it? Because it's the equivalent of us. We're hearing the Sones de Jalisco album. That's the one you're referring to.
Yeah.
You know? But someone said, well, the real older ones are the ones from El Mariachi Tapatio de Jose Marmolejo, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you hear those and you're like, those don't sound very pretty, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I can picture some kids, like, he will find, like, El Pasajero from that album. They're like, I like this one more, you know?
And because they're I wouldn't say filmed, but they're recorded with modern technology.
Yeah.
Where like they have layers upon layers of the violin parts and you know everything is tip top. Like el vato que the music producer le sube le baja, way, you know, turn the knob. Like he made it sound perfect, you know. So like
there's no like a static. What's that?
Yeah, there's no white noise.
Yeah,
it's just there's no feedback. There's no nothing. Like back then, it was one take. You mess up, pues ya valió madre.
You just hear someone like breathing, like
yeah.
Squats.
You hear one accidental and they're like, fuck, we gotta fucking do it again. God damn it. Yeah. There's like 400 takes of that one track. No. But yeah, it just got me thinking. It's like, so then another tab just opened. Then it got me thinking. I was like, because I've asked students, like, who's your favorite mariachi artist? Like, Cristian Nodal. Who's your favorite artist? No, pues Ángel Aguilar. I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm just saying that
people hate him right now.
That's their reference.
Yeah.
Because the casual person doesn't know all the legends that we know, which you can't fault them either because they're not charros like we are.
Yeah, they're not musicians and they're not, like, I think we have some type of maybe like responsibility to know like history about it, you know?
Yes.
But they're just here they just showed up at a party and they just want to have a good time. And in our culture, it's normal to have a mariachi or a banda.
Yeah.
You know, and they're not entitled to be like, you're going to listen to us, but first I'm going to show you this slideshow real quick, you know? Like
Dr. G.
Yeah.
With his flash drives. And,
yeah.
Or his,
It's like, Dr. G, if you may. You know, like,
I would bring him around. Just be like, we have to. So Dr. G, who has a PhD in, what is it? Music history of mariachi of the world.
No, it's like South America, no?
No, yeah, his is in ethnomusicology. It's like world music.
It's an anthropologist, no?
Sure.
Damn, bro.
We're trash, bro. He's gonna fucking tear us apart. He's really smart. Point is, we're gonna introduce him. Touching over that. Like, this is Dr. G. You have to go through his 1 hour presentation before we do this gig, just so you can appreciate the true nature of the son jalisciense. Which actually started in the no, it's just like go into it.
There is a quiz after.
Yeah,
you know?
So you better be fucking taking notes.
If you fail, you gotta go home. You can't listen.
Yeah, you can't listen. We quit, but we're taking your deposit. No, yeah, but it's true, man. It's because at the end of the day, like the casual Mexican, like you said, the casual person that's in that backyard that just happens to be there with a mariachi. He's drinking his modelos. You know, he just ate the carne asada that he didn't pitch in for, but he's there, you know, just there for the vibes. Like he's sitting there. They ask him what he wants to hear. I don't feel like he's gonna know all these people that have created this music.
Yeah.
So they're gonna ask for what they're gonna ask for, which is like the standards, you know.
Whatever you hear on the radio or TV or your streaming
Like, cuántas tocadas hemos ido where like they only ask for Chente, and because I mean, essentially, he was one of the biggest acts recently. You know, like Pedro Infante was a long time ago. Like Jorge Negrete was a long time ago. Like Rocío Dúrcal was a long time ago. Juan Gabriel is timeless at this point. Like they'll ask him whenever. But I'm saying like all of these like Los Gallos de Oro, like from the freaking 40s, 50s, like Javier Solís, like those are all bygone eras. Like so to find someone who actually knows what that track is, and like if anything, they know their history a little bit. But like how many of those do we actually get? Yeah. I like how we spent that much time. Yeah. This person says the entire Corridos de Caballos album by Chente. You mentioned this, but you don't really, speaking of Chente, you don't really like his songs, right? Or something like that.
Yeah. Bitch.
I mean, it's your opinion.
No, he's not my favorite singer.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have the favorite arreglos. Some are cool. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
You know, someone called me out too because I remember I posted the end of the year Apple Music was copying Spotify.
Oh, did they
like,
have Chente on there?
Yeah.
Oh.
And they were like, I thought you didn't like Chente. I'm like, pues uno que estudia, güey. Yeah, I don't like Chente, so I have to listen to his shit because I don't know.
No me la sé.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny when I get those Spotify rap too, because when I get it, it'll be like random. It says here, you really like this song. Like, no, wait, estás estudiando. What the fuck? I was like, I estaba en chinga. Yeah, don't tell me I listened to like 50 times. Like, yeah, I had to get it, you know.
En el camino.
Yeah, but no, yeah, I think it goes back. That's why I didn't call you out on it, but it's more like, yeah, like you're not entitled to like just because they're Mexican and they do mariachi doesn't mean you have to love them.
I listen to the same corridos, I guess, but with Antonio Aguilar.
Another artist.
I think it's más agradable. It's just nicer.
It's
for
like
me.
My example is I told you once. Well, he's not really a mariachi artist, right? But some of his hits eran de mariachi, como las de Cornelio Reina, with Me Caí de la Nube and ¿Me sacaron? El Tenampa. Like those songs they get asked for all the time. Like those were like his only couple hits that he had que eran de mariachi and that people asked for all the time. But I told you like when las estudiaba, I'm like, dude, I fucking hate. I don't like his voice because he would just like, Me caí, and then he would just be like, and he just starts talking, and I'm like, wait, pues cántala, güey. I'm like, I'm listening to the studio version, right? Like you're not performing this live, right? Yeah. Like because he's singing it as if like he was like in a room with like people like talking to you. I'm like, wait, pues canta, güey. I could do that, you know. Then again, I'm not entitled to. I have to like his music, like like those same songs, tan chingonas. Like I love them, but with other artists, because me gusta su arreglo mejor. La voz le queda mejor or whatever. So it's not that I don't like him. I just don't like your way of singing it. You know, his
interpretation.
Ándale, yeah.
I get it.
You don't have to love the original version of something like that. Goes back to what I was just talking about. Like you listen. There's a kid right now that's like putting on the Gavilancillo, and he's like, I don't like this one because you can't hear it that good. Yeah. And like they're gonna put on Campero's version. Not that that's wrong. They're gonna listen to it. And they're like, see, this one sounds cool because you can hear everything perfectly. Yeah. Like, like that's your opinion.
Doesn't sound glitchy. It's like, you don't even know.
The other one sounds fuzzy. Yeah. And the guy sounds weird. You know, like I'm like, all right, bro, whatever. Like uno que no sabe de historia. Hey. You don't even know. Estás todo mequillo. Anyway, this person says, puras de Jose Alfredo the GOAT. Yeah, so my second option would probably be, I'd probably just ask como canciones de Jose Alfredo. Yeah. Yeah, I told you, he's my favorite, like, songwriter. Yeah. Like, a motherfucker was spitting, bro, and he was just, like, in the bar, just, like, writing. I imagine it with the pen on fire, you know? Like, it's just, well, do you know, something we need to ask Dr. G. He knew how to read and write, right? Mm-hmm. Like,
well, he told us he always talked like he was pouring his songs, but, like, his dad was a pharmacist. Like, right. He was, like, set up.
Yeah. Yeah, like they had a house.
He was educated.
He lived in downtown or something like that, right?
He was privileged, bro.
Yeah.
But if you didn't know, fun fact.
Yeah.
Destroy your dreams, bro.
Yeah. Dr. G will tell you. Yeah. He's got like his whole lore, bro. Like he's got a whole section of his library dedicated to Jose Alfredo. Like I think I trust his opinion. Yeah. No, yeah, I think I would ask for a lot of his songs maybe. And again, like I think a mariachi just works the best depending on the mood that you're in. Like a mariachi is meant to boost that feeling. Like, so like for example, another for the inverse of that, like they ponen el ambiente, right? Like in the sense of a te alegra, but then it can also be like the perfect type of music for like whenever something is down, because like just recently, like I played at a funeral, and that funeral like happened to be like someone from my I went to high school with her, but like not the one that passed away, but she was related. You know, era la tía del que se falleció.
Oh, okay.
So she hired me, not me, but like she asked me if I could like get a group together, and I was like, yeah, we can do that. So we got the group together and we played at the funeral, and it's funny because we play a lot of these songs like in a regular gig, like Puño de Tierra. I guess not necessarily like Te vas Ángel Mío, right? But like, I mean, yeah, people ask for that like at a random freaking. I was like, this is a quinceañera, bro. Like, who died, you know? But like songs like those, like whenever people ask for them in the right context, like they are meant to hit there, and they do hit like in that situation, because that's when you like, if anything, like you really listen to what the words are saying, because they fit the situation.
Yeah.
So like whenever I was playing at that funeral and I'm like listening to Puño de Tierra, and they're literally doing the thing where like, you know, they have the handful of sand and they'll put it in a casket, like that's what the song is saying. Like it's saying it's a goodbye, and all you take from this life is like un puño de tierra, right?
Yeah.
As happy as the song sounds, in the right context, in the context it's supposed to be in, it's kind of like shit. Like it does hit different. So like again, like this past weekend, we were playing in that dude's backyard, and they were asking for Amor Eterno, and like we were just literally playing like happy songs right before that, and then we play Amor Eterno because they asked for it, and then all of a sudden everybody starts crying, which it's like I understand, but it's like we were just having a great time. Like we brought down the vibe like completely, you know. Everybody's over here balling, and I'm just like, this just doesn't fit, you know. This isn't the right.
It wasn't our fault. Like
it's
they
not,
asked for it.
Yeah, they asked for it.
That game was funny because like the El Señor, it was for this guy, this guy's birthday.
Right, it was.
And everybody was asking songs, and he's like, "Damn, I can't fucking enjoy my fucking day." Like they were like, he was like, "Can I get this song?" And then his wife's like, "Oh, can you play this song first though?" And he's like, "God damn, woman, like I can't fucking."
Ni en mi día.
Sí,
yeah, she was funny. He actually called him out.
Yeah, bro. It's like, fuck. He's like, or they told him like, "Hey, come sit over here so you can watch." He's like, "Chinga." Was like,
he was having a smoke, right? He was like in the corners. It was like, I'm fucking chilling. Like, you want me to go over there? Like, he's just calling all of them out.
That was funny.
Yeah, but yeah, like I said, like we played Amor Eterno in that context. So like for me, it's just like we were just playing happy songs. Like, when did it get all depressing all of a sudden? But then like we play that same song at a funeral and see how it affects people. Then you're like, shit, this song actually is sad. Like this is where it's supposed to be played.
Yeah.
Not for like the couple that just got married and they're like young love. I was like, no se murieron, way. Like they're this is a happy song, you know. Same thing with Amor de los Dos. Like the song isn't about heartbreak, or like this song is about heartbreak. Why the hell are we doing this at a wedding? And it's because every song has a context. Every song has like words that would fit ideally in this context or whatever. So like if they're done correctly, like again, like mariachi is meant to, what's the word? Enhance the experience of what is around us, you know. But yeah, like that's where you would ask for, like, you going through some heartbreak? Yeah, then maybe just ask for some Jose Alfredo tracks, because that motherfucker was going through some shit. Might have been his fault, you know, but like, yeah, but he was going through some stuff, and then maybe like some of those words, you're like, damn, bro, that shit hits. But it's because that's what he was feeling at the time, you know. So
like that, guys.
Yeah. Next person says Puras de Javier Solís, and maybe some sones thrown in there. So see, like this one, for example, I know him. I don't know if you want to. I'm gonna say your name. Shout out to Carlos. Like he's a guitarrón player. Like, si era su chamba, obviously he's gonna ask for that because it's un charro.
Yeah.
Now the mariachi might hate you because they're like, wait, no mames, just bar chords, you know. But like Puras de Javier, like va a ser puro bolero. But you have to keep in mind that's gonna be the whole party. The whole party is gonna be like romantic.
Yeah.
So everyone's just gonna be there like with their beer, like, buenos corridos, way, fuck, bro.
Maybe they're into it, bro. They're like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Pero si son puros charros, maybe, you know, they appreciate the music. But like, if my dad was there, I'd be like, oh, again, my whole family, they'd be like, "Puras canciones aguadas," you know, because like they have no etiquette.
Yeah,
just canciones tan románticas. todos de amor, quién sabe qué, no.
Like, the fuck is that shit?
Exactly. It was like, and I'm like, Dad, but those are Javier Solis songs. Like, you don't understand the history of the Lord. It's like, shut up, son. You know? Yeah. But yeah, it's just like, it's very different. Like, you have to keep in mind, like, if, like, for example, my wedding, like, if I wanted to hear what I wanted to hear, and I just told them that, like, that would be, like, almost selfish of me. I'm like, la gente quiere oír, you know, like, algo para bailar, algo así, o puro
They like, I
pinche
said
sad.
my songs. Like,
Yeah. And I'm
sí
like,
sabe.
sí, güey, pues this is...
No, está bien, está bien.
No,
I respect it.
no, yeah. Like, si fueran puros charros, okay, pues, ya, pues, tócales canciones. Yeah, you know? This person says, puras de David, César, y Chente. Well, David César is the one that did
Cielo Rojo?
Mujeres Divinas también, or no?
No, that's Martin Urieta.
Oh. It's because I always remember that Don Luis used to say, like, the artist or the
Yeah.
composer sometimes before we play. And I
Yeah.
remember that name. Did that guy sing too, or what?
Yeah, he had like a... Oh, fuck.
Was he an artist? Or is it
Yeah.
just like a composer?
Yeah, he had his own albums and he had like a brother. Los Hermanos César?
No.
Yeah, it was like a
See,
guitar group.
I'm disrespectful, bro. I don't know the lore. I'm sorry.
I could be wrong.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, well, this person, if you like Chente, bro, you're like every other client that has ever
Damn.
hired us. Like,
It's called basic.
they all ask for that. Like, it's
But
again.
Chente has so many songs. There's always like someone that pulls like a song, and then I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like what was it? 2 weeks ago they asked for like El Satanás or something.
What
El
the
Cuatrero.
fuck?
El Cuatrero. Oh, were you there for that?
Oh, is that why Arturo put it on in the van?
Yeah.
You didn't hear me every time they said it?
No.
Because like so like Arturo does this thing, our boss does this thing where like, yeah, it's kind of like your homework playlist. Like he'll put on the song that they asked for at the gig. So like mentally, he's like subliminal messaging us.
Like,
Because
like get the shit down, bro, please.
yeah, basically like he puts it up like as a way for us to like subconsciously hear it while we're just doom scrolling on our phone. But like you're listening to it, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, But like while I was doom scrolling, like, yeah, like her Chente, the Chente songs or whatever, and then said something Satanás, and I was like, what? And he did it like 2 times, like or 3 times in the song, like he says it over and over again. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
You didn't hear me? I was like, did nobody else hear that shit? I was just getting you confused because I was like, I feel like I'm the only one who's hearing this. You know?
Yeah, because they kept saying, the other client kept saying like el caballo something Satanás. It was like, God damn, bro. Like who would write? I was thinking of like
who would do this?
I was thinking of like a narco corrido, you know, because like something like like
they do some shit like
and
that.
then Mike's like, no, it's a Chente. I was like, a la verga, you know. And then you find the name and you're like, God damn, bro, it's on a fucking song I learned by this guy.
Put it in the homework playlist.
You at that?
But yeah, it's just you're right. There's so many songs out there. Like, could you ever really learn them all? Like, not really. And again, that guy might have just heard that song like randomly. Maybe watched a movie.
He heard Satanás. He's like, damn, that shit goes hard, bro.
Yeah. Oh man, no, hell no. This person says sones y rancheras, right there with you. I'd probably ask for more sones since they really aren't asked for aside from La Negra. That's true. I mean, everybody knows La Negra. Even white people know that song. That's how you know. It's Ya Cruzó.
It's like the main
Borders.
3 is like El Son Negra, Cerrito Lindo, and like El Jarabe Tapatío.
Yeah, some canciones that have like transcended like the mariachi genre. Like
Yeah.
they've been around like in pop culture and stuff like that. So they're very recognizable. So again, like a casual Mexican, since these songs have transcended like borders already, like or outside of genres, that's why even Mexicans are like, oh, I know that one, you know.
Yeah.
And the white person next to them was like, oh, I know that one, you
Yeah.
know? But like, you know, you start playing El Son del Pasajero and they're like, what the fuck is that? You know? Yeah.
They're
but
watching like,
I like the first one.
yeah.
It's just like, not the second one so much. Yeah.
Why is it so long?
Why is it in 2 parts? And why'd you switch the strumming pad? Like they know
Yeah,
that?
right.
Like why'd you switch the time signature?
Why he moved his wrist different?
Yeah, what the hell? This isn't following the ABC song structure.
Y'all don't got like Bad Bunny.
Yeah. Can we go back to Cielito? The one that goes, yeah. This person says a mix of sones and whatever the group enjoys playing the most. Oh, I like that comment. Yeah, because again, sometimes clients will tell us that, where they're like, "Yeah, pues toquen lo que quieran ustedes." Like, I like when they tell me that, because then it's also like, "Oh, we can just play whatever." But at the same time, I've never had that kind of power. So like, when they just tell me like play whatever, it's like, "Oh shit!" Like, fuck, I never got this far. Like, what do we do?
La de I wanna go home.
I wanna go home. La de Sandy. Sandy Cheeks. Last one says boleros, just boleros. Again, like going back to boleros, like
Déjalos, güey.
boleros would never hit in my family, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know what's funny too? You know how I know that this has been like a long-standing thing in my family? You remember when we were in our first group in Imperial, way back in the day, when the Dizay. I remember our director would always give us boleros. I don't know if you remember. Like, he wanted to sing well, he's the only one that could sing, right? So, like, we're all like, fuck. All right. Yeah, but, like, he was the only one that could sing. So, he would just give us, like, I remember playing, like, Como han pasado los años. Si Dios me quita la vida.
Oh, we played that?
We played that. Yeah, that's the only reason I knew it, like, más o menos, because that's the only place I had played it before.
I remember.
Yeah, and other boleros like that, right?
I remember Entrega Total.
Oh, we did do that one, too. Yeah. So, like, these are all songs that, like, puro boleros, right? And they're all, like, about love and, whoa, you know?
Yeah.
And it's funny because, like, my dad called it out one time. Because I don't remember what it was. I think one time we played in my backyard. I don't know if you were there.
I don't think so.
I don't remember.
I don't remember playing for your family.
In the backyard? No? Oh, well, we were in the backyard. And I remember they were having a party or something. And I guess, like, either we got hired, like, by my family, I don't know what, or maybe at the time, you know how we would just play at each other's, like, events, like, we just spawn. I think we did that, and when we did that, we played, and then it wasn't, my dad gave me, like, a play-by-play, like, another day, like, después. Like, no, pues tocaron bien, like, well, you know, we were young. Yeah, like, no, pues tocaron más o menos. Pues canciones todas románticas y quién sabe qué, y puro de amor y quién sabe qué. My mom's like, but it was just funny because, like, like thinking about it, I was like, you know what? We do play a bunch of sad ass shit. What the fuck? Like, some of the mariachis, like, la yaquecita, algo, you know, like, algo, you know, para bailar.
Your dad's like, I was very upset.
Yeah. But it's at the same time, like, we couldn't take requests. So, like, if someone was like, Camilo Guanajuato, we're like, oh, fuck. Ahí les va el rey.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't know any rap. We had no rap. So, I mean, basically, anybody who was there at that party had to listen to what we had prepared, you know?
They're like, hey, can we listen to, here goes our next one. Like,
Si Dios me quita la vida. Yeah.
They're like, I don't want that one. It's like, well, it's too damn bad.
Yeah. You're getting slacks. Yeah, but it's just like with anything, todo lo que sea rep, you can ask for whatever you want. Like, just to end this this segment, I guess you could say, you can ask for anything that you want at a party.
Just enjoy your life, man.
Enjoy your life. Try not to make the life of the mariachi, you know, miserable by making them play like se saben el rey de la Huasteca. Y luego, what was the next one? Se fue el rey. Mi tío Berlin.
Yeah. Oh, so like, can you do Poeta Campesino?
Yeah, like
just 10 minutes of like,
don't be little Sammy, like la viquina, like, bro, you don't even know what the fuck that is. Yeah,
you thought you were doing something, bro.
Yeah, and then like people that like just ask for cascabel just to see how trash you are. You're like el Sammy way. I'm like, fuck, ya vali madre way. No, but yeah, it's just you don't want to make the musician's life miserable, you know. So, put on a good playlist, ask for whatever you want to, but don't get crazy. I guess we can leave it like that, right? Like,
be respectful.
Be respectful. Let the mariachis do their job. You hired them for a reason. You didn't hire them to give them a miserable time. You know, you hired them as entertainment. Like, the more you keep them happy, the more they keep you happy.
You're like,
you
no,
know?
I did. Like,
yeah. Yeah, so.
I'm going to keep them on their toes.
Yeah, nomás los quiere poner nerviosos los cabrones. Yeah. No, but yeah, just enjoy, know what you want to ask for, stuff like that. But you can you can ask for anything you want, but don't get crazy.
Yeah.
That's my big thing. All right, so we're gonna get into Charro Chats before we take off, so you guys can have a good day. We're gonna go pretty fast, so bear with us. First question is, where do you see mariachi as a genre in the next 60 years? What will happen to the big groups? 60 years. What year are we in? Wait, no mames, I'm going to die. I'm fucking... I would be 90 years old. I'm not making it to 90.
Oh, me either, yeah.
My blood pressure is like, you sure, bro? No.
For me, she's doing stupid shit. I'm like,
yeah. También? Yeah. Like Jackass? Stupid shit?
Nah, no, I mean,
like, hi, I'm Victor. Today we're going to weld my nut shut. I don't know.
She's like, hey, check this out. And then she just goes bad. And she's like...
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
She's your neck, kind of like...
Yeah. I don't know. In 60 years, well, we kind of talked about this in a prior podcast. And if you would have watched, you would have known. Just kidding. I'm sorry. But pretty much, it's like we said before. I don't think mariachi is ever going to die. I don't think it's so rooted in Mexican culture and the country of Mexico that you couldn't get rid of it. Like, they're going to keep working. As long as they work, we're going to show up. Mariachi will continue to innovate. I've talked about that too, how like in a couple of years, like we're going to start seeing like arreglos of things that you think would never be an arreglo. It's going to come out, of these songs. I mean, contemporary Mexican music changes every day, it seems. Like, this trend right now is not going to be the same trend like in 5 years. I guarantee that. So because of that, we never know how mariachi is going to adapt, but I will tell you, they're like a chameleon, man. Like, they'll take on the color of that. They're like a symbiote. They'll take on the form of that thing, like, because that's what we're so used to doing for the last 100-something years. So it's going to keep innovating. I will say that. But I don't think mariachi will ever die. We'll always be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're always rooted.
As far as what happens to the big groups, I mean, they're just going to keep replacing the members. As long as there's leadership in that group, they're going to continue to recruit other players, the best players. The best players right now, that are like literally being born, they're like 1-2 years old right now. When they get of age, they're going to replace those guys in Vargas, those guys in Sol, those guys in Camperos, and Nuevo de Carilán, Femenil, Nuevo de Carilán, all the girl groups. Everybody's going to get replaced.
Do you think
everybody's replaced?
Do you think in your lifetime you'll get to see maybe like someone like Vargas or Camperos just like go away?
Go away completely?
Yeah.
No? The only way that happens is if, for some reason, mariachi is not profitable anymore and everybody has to branch off to do something else because, like, les sale mejor, like, chambeando.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I still think that that's probably the drawback of being in maybe one of those big groups. Like, you're kind of limited to gigging with them most of the time. Well, I won't say only. I meant, like, a lot of these charros, they gig on the side, even though they're in Camperos and Nuevo. Like, you see them at random gigs,
Yeah.
Igual que uno. So the only reason I see one of those big groups dying is if for some reason a todos they're like, es que nos sale mejor afuera. And then they branch out and they all just kind of go their separate ways. Do I see that happening? No. But I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible. Like, if it happens with groups around here, like it can happen with one of those big groups, Or plan B is, anytime there's a head of a snake, not that they're snakes, that's not what I mean. You take the head off, sometimes that leaves the body like, what do we do? So that's another option. At some point, maybe like el jefe o lo que sea se va, and then that leaves everybody like, nah, pues we don't want to do this without you. I think that's another option.
Okay.
That might happen.
That's fair.
I'm like fucking Nostradamus over here. Like, in 50 years. No, I'm making a grand prediction. Sammy.
Qué evidente.
Sam.
El brujo mayor, güey.
Nostradamus. Sam Tradamus. Salute. Anyway, next thing. How would you rate your experience playing with Mariachi Los Viajeros?
I liked it.
You didn't even go, loser. No. I enjoyed it a lot. If you heard I don't remember if I talked about it that much on the podcast, but it was cool getting to connect with a lot of those people. I didn't know most of them like that, but getting the opportunity to play in Midland was fun. Getting to hang out with them was fun too. And it gave me that big stage feeling again. So that was kind of cool, like playing on a stage and putting on a show and those que se acoplen, like to get this show figured out. So that was cool. Frank, if you want to invite me back, that would be fun. But if not, it's okay. I understand. I'm trash. But yeah, it was fun. I really enjoyed it. Number three, my lord. Albuquerque or Tucson conference, and why?
I've never been to Tucson.
Yeah, we talked about this. I've never been there, but who was that? I think I was talking to Adrian Perez. Shout out to him. He said that it's a lot. It's a lot. Like I think it was like 700 at Albuquerque.
It's a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
In Albuquerque it was like 700 people, and then in Tucson, que era like over $1,000.
oh wow.
And I'm like, yeah, that's a lot of students and people to be in one area at one time.
It's all congested.
It's mucho. It's gotta smell crazy in there. But
What? I think I would just pick Albuquerque then.
it's just because I don't have that Tucson experience, you know. It always looks cool. I always get FOMO when I see like the pictures and stuff. I'm like, damn, that looks fun. Uno que trabaja, you know, because it's like in April. Like, pues uno está chambeando todavía, you know, like.
It's far as hell, bro.
Yeah, and it is far. I've never been to Arizona. Oh, you've been to Arizona. Was it Tucson?
No.
What part?
It's Phoenix.
Where is that compared to Tucson? Do you know?
I think they're like opposites almost.
Mm.
Like, well, Phoenix is definitely more west, and Tucson is at the corner of something.
Sepa, wey. All I know is that one day, maybe, you know, if they invite us, that'd be nice. But if we were to go, that'd be cool. But a ver cuándo. A ver cuándo me llevan. And the last one, rank your favorite albums, grupos, and artists. Does it have to be mariachi? Is that what he means? Probably, right?
It is a mariachi podcast.
Yeah, that's true.
You'll be like, Turnpike.
Yeah. Rank your favorite albums, grupos, and artists. Well, it just says grupos and artists. It doesn't say mariachis.
If you want to do more than mariachi, Sammy, go for it.
It's because TBH, I don't listen to mariachi like that. I'm sorry. I know I'm a fraud because I'm a mariachi podcast, but I get inspired by things that aren't mariachi, and it influences my playing for better or worse, right? But like, I think because my ear listens to other things that isn't just mariachi, I think that helps me. You know, I feel like that influences me in other ways than just mariachi could. That makes sense? I don't know.
Sounds like excuses, bro.
Point is, I mean, I don't have any favorite albums. Grupos.
No, even El Cantinero.
You'd have to.
Alfredo.
That's not grupos. Oh, artists.
Dumbass.
Oh, then yeah, El Cantinero. Yeah, for sure.
There you go.
Alfredo. That's a great album.
Okay.
That's no skips.
Right.
You just let it play and front to back. Even the B-sides, bro. Like, what else is another good album? Back in the day.
Sones de Jalisco.
No, I can skip some of those. Que son puras de gay, güey. Ya me las sé. Ya me las aprendí. You know? You know what album I really like, actually? La de Tepalcatepec. It could be like Rey del Son or the Ranchera album. Those are no.
Rancheras y algo más?
Yeah, those are no skips for me too. Like, just let it play, shuffle. I don't care what order, just play it. You know, I'm cool with both of those. And I mean, you'd have to ask me like 10 years ago, but I really enjoyed also, again, like it was no skips at the time when I dropped there, Mexico, whatever.
No Apango.
No Apango, like that whole album.
I was gonna say
that was just all no skips. Like,
yeah.
And it's also because they got me at the height of my like mariachi hype.
Well, they were doing like really well, like they were coming up.
Yeah, por eso digo. And look at it, bro. Like the whole lineup that they had, all eventually went to Vargas, or they all were coming from like these big groups, and now they're even still playing with like somewhere in Leyendas or whatever.
Yeah.
So like they had a fucking squad. Like they had a squad. Like they were top tier at the time. Not that they're not now, but I mean they had Carlos in there. They had the other Martinez's in there. They had Roberto still there. Like Vihuela was very inspirational to me and my sound and what I try to get out of my vihuela. So like in general, that album, no skips for sure. ¿Tú? Oh, no, no quiero jugar. Stupid. I thought you were gonna say.
I like I don't think we ever got it right.
¿Cuál?
Es el Javier Solís con orquesta.
Oh, that's a good one.
That was very cool.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do two. I have that one, and I probably have to do like como se dice? Oh, Los Guapangos de Oro con Miguel Aceves. All
that
of
is a
those,
good one
all
too.
of those are like cool.
And a lot of them are like classics. Now.
Yeah.
Like mariachis cover them all the time. Like Guapangos.
Well, I wish they did some more of those, because they're also. I mean, the arrangements themselves are so
Yeah.
cool, and they're so old,
Was that
but they're so like innovative.
was that Pepe?
No, it's
Pepe
Ruben
City?
Fuentes.
Ruben Fuentes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why they're
Mhm.
so innovative. Because he said
Yeah.
himself, he's like, I guess because they didn't have that much faith in Miguel Aceves at the time.
Mhm.
They just told him like, you can do whatever you want arrangement,
Mhm.
and like he said himself, he's like, some of these are gonna sound like today's arrangements,
Mhm.
but that's because he just like,
Le echó mucho. But it worked.
yeah. You hear him
Chingón.
now, you're like,
Yeah.
it sounds like today's.
You're like,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah. I get you. Because, yeah, sometimes, again, like when I do listen to mariachi and some pop up, I'm like, you know what? Sometimes I'm like, you know what? I'm going to listen to this album. And I'll click on it. And Spotify like brings up the whole thing and listen to it.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen often. But when it does, it's like, oh, it's really good. If you were to recommend one album that wasn't mariachi, what would you recommend to the people?
That wasn't Mariachi?
That wasn't mariachi.
And you want me to like introduce them to something new?
Yeah, because I'm telling you, everybody here's a nerd. Everybody just listens to mariachi all the time. What's something you would suggest? What's one album without thinking about it? You're just like, this is what you got. This is what I would recommend to people right now.
Is it is it someone that's like used to listening to music from here, from the US?
No, just in general, something you like, something so people know about you.
Maybe like fuck. Okay, can you ask the question again?
So like they're saying like, rank your favorite albums and this and that or
Right.
whatever. So someone might listen to the albums that we just named,
Right.
right? So name something that isn't mariachi that you would recommend to someone to listen to.
Okay. Fuck, I don't have any names. You could listen to like Sol del Oriente, which is a llanero group, and they do pretty cool takes of songs that the originals are from them, right? Because son los llaneros, but they'll do stuff like, Alma Llanera and into that, but like with the actual quote unquote original style. From there, maybe something more like Los Tres Reyes. I think they're no.
Sure. I'm saying someone's going to listen to a particular album based on your recommendation.
Nova Menko, those are pretty good too. It's a guitar group.
Chingón.
The ones that record Mediterranean Breeze. Remember that?
Sure. I do remember, yeah, when I was a kid. Don Mequillo.
Two.
Well, how many did you name? 3?
2.
You named 2?
Nova Menko, and I guess, yeah, 3. Do 3.
For me, like if you don't listen to anything and you just want to like listen to something new, influential albums that I can have no skips and no pedo. You gotta listen to Turnpike Troubadours, A Long Way from Your Heart.
There it is.
You gotta listen to that. It's just let it play. Just let it play. Second one that you should listen to, J. Cole's 2014 Forest Hills Drive. You have to. You just have to. Just let it play. Just let it play. And then third, System of a Down just sounds too basic for me.
Well, for you, not
like,
to them.
But it might be too much.
Too much.
A very underrated album that not everyone's gonna get, and someone's gonna give me flack for. Because I don't even like all the songs in the album, but I see how they make sense with like the whole album. You just gotta listen to it all the way through. It comes at you like fast.
Okay.
Like, Scars on Broadway.
I have no idea what that is.
It's okay. It's a self-titled album.
Okay.
Scars on Broadway. You gotta listen to that one. Yeah.
The chill.
Just let it go. It's gonna sound confusing on some of the songs. Trust me, when I heard it when I was freshman in high school, I was like, I don't know, but just listen to it. It's a good album. It's a good album.
Is it meant to be like listened like in order?
Yeah, because some out of context. Because if you've never heard System of a Down, like they have like they're a little intense. My wife was even like, yeah, I didn't really I only liked them because you liked them. I was like, that's fucked up. You made me believe. No,
Yeah.
but she was just like, yeah, some of them are out there. I'm like, yeah, I know, but it's just it's a whole vibe. Just don't think, just listen,
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, that's
Chido,
my
yeah.
theory. Yeah. Anyway, I
we
think
done?
that's it. Yeah, we're done. Gotta get the fuck
shit.
out of here. So, if this was your first episode, or this is your 158th episode of CharroBeans podcast, we appreciate you sticking around. Remember to like, subscribe, and follow and share with your best friends, so that way we can continue to make this podcast bigger and bigger. But your support goes a long way. So again, it's mostly you guys. So
Well, it's all of you guys. Like,
right, I said mostly.
oh,
I still gotta do stuff, right? But
okay, I got you.
yeah, you got anything before we go?
Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for supporting. Share this with your parents. Well, yeah, I think for the most, we're explicit, but they can
My
listen
mom
to
listens.
it. They would like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. You guys have a good weekend. Trabajen bien. De charros or whatever else you are.
Stripper, whatever you are.
Bartender.
Hey, we don't judge.
I don't know.
Just tell us where you work.
Yeah.
No, pero como te decía.
Just do it con ganas, you know.
Ándale, yeah, échale ganas. Ponte las pilas, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Take it easy, and we'll see you guys hopefully next week.
Yeah. See you guys. Oh, you're not recording? Yeah.